Testing, testing, 1 2. Testing, testing, 1 2, 1 2 3. Why my microphone ain't coming through? Check 1 2. Where you at, baby boy? Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. They won't. Test, test. Speaker, microphone. Testing, testing, 1 2 3. Testing, testing, 1 2 3. That's what we got to roll with. Okay. Testing, testing, 1 2 3. Testing, testing, 1 2 3. Speaker, microphone. Testing, testing, 1 2 3. 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 Why is my camera showing here but not showing up here? What's wrong with my voice? Why you can't hear my voice? Yeti microphone coming through. 1 2 1 2. Why can't you hear me through this? If I do that, you're gonna be able to hear me now, right? So if I don't do it this time, but move my video, go back to. I want you to come back to. All right, there we go. Okay, we back cool now. Let's go. Now let's hit record. What do you mean my microphone is not working right? Check my microphone. My microphone is checked. Check mic. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Microphone check. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Microphone check. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Speaker. Yeah, come through the speakers. But my microphone should be the Yeti. Why you not the Yeti? So let's see what you're doing.
The market speaks. Few learn to listen. Welcome to Trading with the Edge. Listen, wait, execute, review. The chart decides, not you, not me. The chart decides.
Everybody chasing candles, we studying the rhythm. Everybody buying hype. 1 hour, 15.5, then the one. If the song ain't playing, the trade ain't begun. No fear, no FOMO, no gambling today. If the market ain't singing, we walking away. We don't chase, we align. Every entry by design. Hear the rhythm, trust the signs. Clarity before execution every time. Harmony first, profit follows. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Scan lights, but patience wins. The strongest trader knows when not to begin. Not every morning needs a position. Every morning needs precision.
Listen, wait, execute, review. Trading with the edge. The chart decides.
What's up, everybody? The chart decides. The market is about to open in 1 minute or less than 1 minute. And we are looking at NASDAQ on the 1 hour chart as we see it closed here Friday at 5 p.m. And then we're going to look and see what the market is doing and how to set up ourselves for the week going forward. This is your boy Deonis Royale, and let me see what's going on with my camera. Let me see. Boom, can you see me? Boom, there y'all go. How's it going, everybody? So yeah, it is now 6 o'clock. The market has opened with a gap. Woo, look at there. Look at what Nas has opened. It's opened on a gap on a 1 hour time frame. So if a person was holding this trade, let me open this up a little bit. If a person was holding this trade on Friday and they were in for a buy, when the market opened up, they opened at they opened at a loss. And depending where their stop loss was at, no telling, it possibly could have taken them out. That's why we always recommend get out of a trade on Friday before the market closes. Close that trade out. You kind of really don't want to stay in that trade. When you get to Friday and you're trading, whatever you're doing, taking care of the kids, running around, finna get off work. If you're in a trade, 450, go find a quiet spot, get out that trade, profit, loss, whatever it may be. Don't take that over to the weekend. That's just my 2 cents. You can do what you want to, but that's just, of course, my 2 cents that I add. But when we trade, of course, here we look at a market analysis a little bit different. We look at it with an edge. And looking at Nas right now, if I'm looking at it at the naked eye, I see that it opened up in a gap. And at that gap, would I be making any type of assumptions, any moves? What would I be looking to do? Right now, I'm not looking to do anything. I need an edge. I need to see what type of edge is in front of me before I do anything with these candles. Because, we don't look at the charts. We listen to the harmony. What y'all do over here? We trade with an edge. We listen with a harmony. So when we say we listen with a harmony, we look at these lines, and yeah, I mean anybody can get an EMA, an exponential moving average, and get it on the chart, and and line it up the way that it is here. What I want you to understand is the song that these lines are singing. When you understand the lines and the songs that the lines are singing, it's easier for you to approach the market than it is to just look at it with the naked eye. And any trader will tell you, you have to do some sort of market analysis before you jump into a trade. You just don't want to go off of feeling. Well, man, I feel like this next candle going to be red. That's not something that you can teach. I'm not saying that you're wrong in doing so and making that assumption, but that's not a teachable skill to teach emotion trading when you want to transfer that skill to somebody. So trading with the edge, it allows us to visually hear what the market is doing. And when we can hear what the market is doing, then we can see the candles and how they're moving in harmony with the song that's being sung. So each line tells a different story when you're trading with the edge. So right now, the most important line that I want to look at is the wealth line. So identify where my wealth line is. It's clearly coming right through the bottom of the movement. So if the wealth candle is at the bottom of the movement, that means that the big banks, the corporations, the big money movers are pushing the market up for longs, for buys. The next thing that I am looking for is my wealth line. I'm sorry, my wealth line is first, is my clarity line. Once I have my clarity line, then I can identify if we are confirming that we're still on a bullish momentum or we're buying. That would be the next EMA for me. Our first line I want to see is the dark blue line. The next line I want to see is the white line. And that's exactly what just happened here. Next, after the white line, I want to see the flow. Where is the flow of the momentum of the movement going? Right now, it is perfectly lined up where the flow is just crossed over the wealth line, pushing the momentum up. Even though we see the market was pushing up, and this is our current candle that we're looking at right now. Do I know what Sunday is going to hold? No, we're looking at a market analysis for the week, but I'm letting you know what I hear. You can see what I hear now. I hear that the aqua is flowing up. It's flowing toward a bullish and bearish momentum. The next thing that confirms still bullish momentum is the actual momentum. The momentum is the yellow line, and the momentum is, right now it's bent, but it is still the fourth line moving up. And the next line is ignition, where price actually is. Where price actually is, that is the red line. So looking at the 1 hour chart and looking at the harmony that's being sung before me, it's telling me that this is a bullish momentum and all lines are confirming that we're bullish. You say, man, you're confirming bullish, but right there in front of us, this candle is dropping. It's dropping red. So how can it be bullish? If everything is lining up bullish, why is this candle dropping? What do you do when this candle is dropping if everything is looking bullish? Great question, and I'm glad that you asked. Right now, you want to break time down. See what is happening on a slower time frame, on a shorter time frame. And this time we're going to go from the hour chart, and then we're going to go to the 15-minute chart. So let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's go check out the 15-minute chart and see what is singing over here. On the blue chart, on the 15-minute chart, we see that the wealth line, clearly we look at our blue wealth line, and it has just dipped below the wealth line, the clarity line. So we have our wealth line and clarity line. They're right next. They just cross. So they're so close to each other. We're listening to this song being sung, and we're saying we're not making any moves right now. We see that the wealth and the clarity just crossed each other. Before we do anything, we want to see that if there's going to be some type of separation in between these two. Is this wealth line going to break again and come back above the? I mean, we don't want to do anything. We want to listen to the song that's being played to us. Right now, since that cross has happened, we do see the blue at the bottom. We see the wealth. We see the aqua. We see the momentum, and we see that the actual ignition just crossed below momentum. To just cross below it. So it's no longer on top. So we don't have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them just crossed below. That is this candle when price on Sunday just moved. This is moving right now. So like I said, we're not, and we never are trading in between the EMAs anyway. We don't give our money to sandwiches. We eat outside of the sandwiches. We don't put meat inside of their sandwich. So remember that. Okay. So then we want to break it down and see what is price doing. I mean, what is not price, because we can see the candles. What are big businesses doing? What are banks? What are corporations? What is happening in the market before we sit here and try to jump into a trade on Sunday? We see overall still that it is a bullish market. The big corporations, big banks, they're still pushing momentum up, pushing everything up. But as we notice on the smaller time frame, we're on a 5-minute time frame. Price has dropped, as we see when price was here on Friday, but when the market opened, it dropped and opened way down here. And when you say way down there, what are you saying? Okay, market was up here, and it came and it dropped almost 30 pips or points, 30 pips to 30 points. So whatever your trading lot size is, you times that by 30, and the market opened negative that, and then it's continuing to still go down. So when you look at what the song is saying, what is the song saying to me? Right now, all you see is the market was moving up here. Ooh, it was moving up. It was moving on up like the Jeffersons. And when the market opened today, like, whoa, how did it fall off? It just fell off the cliff. And you can't control that. I can't dictate. Neither one of us can. So trading with the edge has told us, the market, it opened up here and then it dropped below clarity. So clarity line means what? The market needs to get clear before it decides on if it's going to be buying or if it's going to be selling. Now that it has broken below my clarity line, what will I say? Because it's a buyer's market now. Keep in mind, we are a buyer's market overall. Before I even go to the 1-minute chart, let's just rehash. Where's our blue? It's at the bottom. Blue is at the bottom. Then there's our clarity line. Right above our clarity line, that's our momentum line. That's our flow line. Right above our flow line is our momentum line. And right above our momentum line is our ignition. So we can see, based on the 1 hour time frame, even though the candle is dropping, we're still looking for buys. We're still looking for longs. We're not looking for sales and shorts. So 15-minute time frame, it has broke below aqua, below the flow. So it's broken below the flow. Now it's coming down toward trying to get clear. I was up. I was smooth selling. I was buying. I gave you a pre-buy and I wasn't so strong, and because I was already in pre-buy and never went to a pre-sale, I still held strong even though I dipped. I was still holding, still boom, there's the pre-sale, the change in momentum. So now if you're telling me there's a change, how far is this change going? Is it going to go and get clear? Do I have to get clear before I make a decision? That's the song that I'm listening to. So, if that's the song that I'm listening to, are you saying, do we get into a sale and take it down to the wealth line? No. That's not what I'm telling you. Why are you not telling us to do that? You said if it broke down below the clarity line, it needs to get clear. If it broke below, then it might as well probably needs to go down and touch the wealth line and bounce back up. And it possibly does need to do that. But we are buying. We're buying, right? We're buying. If we are in a buyer's momentum, we want to at least let it come and get clear. Let the market come and get clear before you continue back up. How long will that take? We have no idea. We need the market to get clear. We're not doing anything in this situation. Making sense, guys. When you don't have eyes, you can put the Fibonacci, you can put your harmonic on there, but when you have an edge and you can see and you can hear what it's saying to you, then you won't be quick to throw your money to the wolves, so to speak. You're patiently waiting for your time to jump in when it tells you to line up and you get in. You guys know, when we trading with the edge, we trade on the 1 minute time frame. Now, looking at this 1 minute time frame, we know, just looking at this, we are not making anybody's move anywhere. Where are we going? This is all open space, nothing. So we make no decisions until we get confirmation from above. So we do nothing. We sit on our hands. Well, what about other pairs? What about gold? Can we look at gold? So let's check out gold. So we're looking at gold on the 1 hour time frame. We see now, of course, this is opening candle, 6 p.m. And it is taking you down almost 300 points. That's a nice dip, but who knew to do that? Who knew when the market was going to open that it was going to just open and fall off the face? I mean, did you know gold was going to do that? What news told you that? None of us knew that. So that's why we need to get rid of our emotion, and then we trade with the edge. So now if we are trading with the edge, we want to identify where is our dark blue line? Where is our wealth line? Are we looking for buys? Are we looking for sales? Is it on top or is it on the bottom? Right now we see it is on the top. So we see, as far as momentum, we are in a seller's momentum. The wealth line is pushing momentum down. Did anybody enter any of these trades at this point? The answer is no. Nobody on the team who's trading with the edge did anything with this particular sale notification, unless they just got in because they had their alert on and they did that. But listening to the symphony, this is too much congestion for the team to have said, ooh, I'm going to jump into this right here. They would not have done. They would have waited for separation. And I don't even see it. I don't see them jumping at anything yet. Like, I really don't, for as far as gold, because we're listening to what the market is telling us and we're just sitting here waiting on our hand. That's the 1 hour chart though. So if we looked at the 1 hour and we broke it down, because we start at the one before we do anything, and then you see all of this. Here's the dark blue. Here's the white. We're not even trading gold. We're not even looking at gold for an option. We're looking at a different pair. We you didn't look at gold. When did this happen? This was just at 6 o'clock. Like if you're trading gold at 6 and the market did this in that first minute, because this happened, ladies and gentlemen, happened in 1 minute. When the market opened here, this happened in 60 seconds. So unless one of the students was watching this and they saw this happen, did they get into this? They may have saw this, and because everything lined up, there's the blue, there's the white, and then there's the separation, maybe here, and got into the gold trade. But they did their analysis first. Trust and believe. Nobody that's in our community just jumps into a trade just because. So we do see that it is a seller's market on the 1 hour. It pushed down on the 15-minute. You see this is just so much congestion happening that there was no real like, oh, let me jump move that was really going on, unless they were Johnny on the spot, which there are some students that do that, that are on Johnny on the spot at 6 o'clock on gold using the scanner. So trust and believe somebody did. But like I always go to Apple because I'm on my MacBook Pro, and y'all know how I get down. So I want to show you now, when you're looking at Apple, when you're looking at any stock, you can't use the edge. You can't have the edge on stocks. As you see, there's no buy, there's no sell, there's no alert at all telling you to buy or sell. So let's cut that off and let's see what the market is doing with the naked eye. Okay, we see the inverted head and shoulder. Right now, this is where the market hasn't even did a 6 o'clock yet, opened up yet. But when the market does open on Monday, this is corporate America. They don't open till Monday. Let's look and see what the hour chart was looking like first. All right, so on the hour chart, with the naked eye, looking at Apple, did we know? No, we didn't. But let us look at the edge rate where it told us here on Tuesday. Oh my goodness. On Tuesday, it told you after the confirmed sale that happened back on June 23rd. This is Apple now. Stocks move slower and way slower than Forex and indices, and you guys trust me. So when you got this pre-buy alert on Apple on Tuesday and you said, oh, let me jump into this trade. When you got into this trade and took this alert and you rode this, and this was for hours. Well, did you do this first of all? Because did you jump into this here when you got the pre-buy? No, you waited until you had perfect alignment. What was perfect alignment? You wanted to make sure that the momentum, the flow, the momentum, and the aqua all cross both above your wealth and your clarity. But once they did that there, I mean, they gave you the pre-buy here. Somebody probably did, I don't know. But you were good up in here when that crossed. So you paying your MacBook, paying your Apple bill, bought you a new MacBook like I did, went and bought me a new MacBook Pro, thanks MacBook. Thanks Apple. Thanks to the scanners as well, and thanks for the timing and being able to listen to what the market is telling. So that's the 1 hour chart. As you can see on the 15-minute chart, we are still looking at longs, looking at buys. There is the wealth, there's the clarity, and you are just looking for it to bounce off it and just continue to, like I say, stocks, they move much, even though it's a 1 minute, still a 1 minute candle, they still, to me, move so much slower than stocks. But money's money. The money is still the same regardless, long as you are able to listen and hear when it's telling you, hey, the market is switching. Okay, let's get a file. Okay, now we back on again. So you want to be able to use it to your advantage. On the 5-minute chart, you want your confirmation still. You see your separation happening, and then that was where it was good. Executed on the 1 minute time frame back a long time ago. back there. That's where you saw, you're like, man, are you going to start separating? Separated, came down a little bit, still had your separation, and then you just stayed and rolled the rhythm. And that's your MacBook, that's your Mac Air, that's your iPad, that's your, let me stop though. But yeah, that's how you do that. And of course, I always like to end on taking the kids to go to Wendy's because, hey, we eat. So if we eat, we might as well get money from TradingView on the market as well. So let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. And of course, we stay with the razor, not the edge. It's not volatile. All right. So overall, on the 1 hour, the wealth line is straight through the middle of Wendy's. So I'm like, if you straight through the middle, I'm not playing. I'm not messing with you because it's hit or miss. Hit or miss. We don't, we just don't play at all when our wealth line is in clarity line. Everything's right there, So we're not taking our babies to Wendy's, not this week anyway. All right, that's just the song we singing. We never ever put our money in the middle of a sandwich. That's meat for their sandwich. You ever trade in here, you're just giving your money away. You're just giving your meat to their sandwich. We don't do that. We eat out here. This is where we get our money, on this side or that side. That's how we eat. That's how we learn to listen. So we don't do anything. There's not enough harmony at all. Everything is discombobulated with Wendy's. So we're not taking our babies to Wendy's this week. We might go there and spend a couple of dollars with them, but as far as coming to TradingView and getting a return on our investment back, we're not going to do that at all. So tomorrow, though, when we come back tomorrow, this is where we're going to come back to Nas. Come back to our Nas stock. We're going to come to the 1 hour. Let me close this down some. Like we say, we know we have our wealth line at the bottom. And look at this. We see our aqua flow and our clarity are neck and neck. Woo, we know we chilling. We chilling and we waiting. Ooh, do we make a trade? Do we take a trade? You're not messing with this gap right here. We are waiting. Now, anybody who has the edge, I want y'all to say Dion has said it. He said that the market was going to come down and it was going to touch the clarity line and it was going to take back off. But we're not going to worry about that until when? Mañana. We're going to check on that tomorrow. Guys, if you, oh my God, I didn't? You got to be kidding. No, you didn't? No, you didn't. You had to. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hold on. Wait. Gotta be. Wait. Hold on. If today's listening party helped you see the market a little different. Listen. Do you hear it? Most traders don't. They're looking at candles while we're listening to the market. The market has always been speaking. Learn to listen.